Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, it was maybe the most unlikely Super Bowl run we've seen in a long time. What a story. The Bengals had not won a playoff game since January of 1991. 4-11-1 last year, 2-14 the season before that. Bottom line, though, here they are, the AFC champs.
Hey, Brandon, this is one of the more remarkable turnarounds in NFL history in recent years. In fact, most of the guys on this team weren't even born the last time they won a playoff game. Although, not that long ago, they had a stretch where they were in the playoffs seemingly every year, but couldn't win a playoff game. Now they've gotten that done. They're back in the Super Bowl. And remember, 2 Super Bowl appearances in their history. Number 16 and 23. Unfortunately, both times they ran into Joe Montana and the San Francisco 49ers.
Meanwhile, the L.A. Rams, they are back in the Super Bowl for the second time in 4 years. Remember, they lost Super Bowl 53 to the Patriots in Atlanta 13-3. But here they are trying to be the second team in 2 years after Tampa Bay last year to win the Super Bowl in their home stadium.
And we go back to that Super Bowl loss to the Patriots, and remember, they were an offensive juggernaut at that time, but only put up 3 points in that game. And they have been a little bit of a tough team to pin down over the last few years. They've had their shares of ups and downs, especially on the offensive side of the ball, but they've always had that great defense, and they're looking to ride that crew to a Super Bowl crown.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season now. It's Matthew Stafford.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in the days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
Stafford on first down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To the air again, Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about
trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the 29, Stafford. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. Finding room to the 20. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Yeah, perfect omelet. Dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Rams ready to go on offense. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. of play action. Here's Stafford. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
2nd and 10. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Stafford. He finds his target, Beckham. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Stafford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison in the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall him on. What a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Bengals defense readies as they head onto the field. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Play action. Stafford. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Another carry for Michel on 2nd down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Stafford. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Stafford now to throw. And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 4. Burrow looking to pass. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. And the first play will be a field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gay's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, I could say he's looked pretty good to this point. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Back to Mixon on second down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down at Stafford. Higbee secures it over the middle.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down now, Akers, and he gets it down to the 32. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On first down, Stafford here. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Stafford. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Michel. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Michel. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And out now, here come the Bengals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Able to slither by. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Stafford on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Sam Hubbard, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, Brendan, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzama.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
First down. Here's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. On the return is Brandon Powell. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Cam Akers of the Rams offense ready to go back to work. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here we go.
Now Burrow on first down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Second and 11.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Going right side here, and that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game. And there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here we go. Ready?
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. That is incomplete.
Yeah, very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To the air again, Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown. It's T. Higgins with a touchdown pass from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want him to catch the football first.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow dancing to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, the return is Powell. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. On the handoff, it's Akers. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 65 yards on the ground for him so far.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Going right back to Akers. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight from the right hash. This from 45 yards away. Gay's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Burrow, he gets this one to Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From just shy of midfield, Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second down at 5.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First down line at the 34 here on third down. Burrow looking to pass. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 36, Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Well, Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
And he's going to have a Rams first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. DJ Reader, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
3rd and long. It's Stafford.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Stafford now to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Akers.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second down and goal. Stafford.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
All right, everybody in the house had to figure that was going to be a 1-yard plunge. I know I was fooled. How about you?
Absolutely. I had to readjust my eyes when it was a play fake. Good job defensively, though, to not bite.
Too bad that didn't end the series. They still have to hold in there.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Play action. Stafford. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10
at their own 27.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzama. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Here's Burrow.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On first down, Mixon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. The 40, past the 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bengals set to take over. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll set up to throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, to give to Mixon. 94 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
From the 44,
Burrow throwing the out route incomplete. It's Higgins.
and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. From midfield now, Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds, because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And Burrow going to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. McPherson's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's McPherson now to send it away. The return is Powell. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
2nd down and 3.
Back to throw, Stafford.
That's complete to his running back, Jefferson.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Trey Hendrickson, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. Well, they caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the 4th quarter driver's seat, still up 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 44. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
So now Stafford and the Rams down 34-31. A little under 2.5 to go. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on first down. Stafford on first down. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Stafford now to throw. He's got Higbee complete right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watched them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now it's Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on first and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. It's just not able to get loose after the catch.
Second and goal from inside the 5. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And now all the focus, it shifts to the Bengals. Trailing by 4, 25 seconds remaining. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they've got a first down. Open man is Uzama.
And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Throwing, Burrow.
He's going to let it fly.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Now Burrow.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
A high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
To throw, Burrow.
And that is incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. The Rams have won the Super Bowl. And they will get the Lombardi Trophy. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.